Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 3 of The Churn. I want to thank you guys really quick for the positive feedback and support on the first 2 videos. I really appreciate it. I'm going to continue to do this and hopefully get better and better and hope that it adds more value. So today's topic is going to be talking about the new business era. And it's a really interesting topic, and it really implements 3 big principles that I want to discuss, and I may make a video to break down each one of those principles in more detail, but these 3 key principles are necessary, I think, when you're talking about the new business era and your ability to be relevant in that and really excite your customers and excite yourself and your staff and everybody to participate and thrive in this new era. So let's get into it. The new business era, as I refer to, is really the post-COVID business era, and I think that that's relevant because of course COVID and what happened during that time caused businesses to really have to adapt very, very fast to conform with all the regulations that were involved, right? And as you can see, there is still lingering effects of all that, where we are now more of a hybrid work environment than ever. You know, one of the biggest things was remote work was widely adopted. And if you go to most office environments right now, you're going to find more of a hybrid environment more than you ever did before, where you have people that come into the office maybe a couple days a week, and then, you know, some staff that work remotely some days and some that are remote just permanently. And you know, we're realizing the benefits of that. We're adopting more unified communication technologies, things like Teams and Slack and things like that, to be able to communicate with our remote teams. And again, there's just a whole lot more that goes into it. We're in the realm where security, especially because we're dealing with remote employees, is more relevant than ever. We got AI in the mix and what that means. There's this whole world that has become an amazing opportunity if you're in the IT industry, if you're a business owner, adopting IT, and what that means for you and your ability to achieve your goals. Okay, so let's talk about the 3 principles that you're really going to need in order to thrive in this environment. Okay, and number 1 is really how you look at yourself and how do you refer to yourself. In the IT industry, a lot of us like to refer to ourselves as partners. When we're working with our vendors, we're a partner of theirs. When you're talking about our clients, they're not clients, they're partners. The word partner is used over and over again, and it's not a bad word. It's great to be considered a partner, and that you see your clients and your vendors and your relationship as partners. The one thing is, it doesn't really inspire innovation, that word. And I think if you want to talk about the new business era and talk about new and talk about the future, I'd ask yourself to refer to yourself and think about yourself as a pioneer. Okay? Pioneers are those that go out into the new world. They create environments, they create ecosystem, they create resources, they create opportunities in which the future is built on and where everyone thrives into. And I think, you know, when you talk about being a pioneer, it's exciting on both fronts. Number 1, if you're a business person, let's talk about IT, because that's what I'm comfortable with. If you're an IT business owner and you're consulting small to medium businesses or enterprise business how to adopt technology to achieve their goals, when you call yourself a pioneer, that has a lot of confidence behind that word. That has a different meaning, a different mindset when people look at you, and it's also really good as a consultant, because I think people want to follow someone that understands and is a subject matter expert into something they don't know about, in this case technology. Those of you that are business owners and want to work with a pioneer, you're a pioneer yourself because you're embracing the new technology and figuring out how to let your business take advantage of this new automation, this new way of working, and helping you realize your goals faster. So again, I really want you to think about that and think of yourself as a pioneer and helping us build the new business era where everybody thrives. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2, we got to talk about killing Frankenstein. What do I mean by that? Well, in order for us to thrive in the new, we kind of have to learn from the old and kind of erase some of that. So when technology made its way into the business arena, it was established business people that saw that technology can benefit them, by being more efficient and doing things a little bit more quickly, keeping things more organized, digital copies. And they said, you know what, I want technology and computers and networks in my business. And they found someone that understood that and how to build networks in their company. And that's really was a start of the IT industry. From there, we went ahead and just started to get referrals from them and started implementing technology and networks in other businesses. And what's happened is at the start of technology being implemented in business, you can imagine that technology was very, very limited. Okay, we're talking about the bone-colored PC server, floppy drive era, where that's really all that there was. So, a business owner, I don't care what type of business you're in, you always have your ideal workflow. The way you envision your business running, that dream vision of how you want to see your business running is always in your mind. You go to sleep with that, you think about that, and you want to optimize that as much as possible. And as you can imagine, with the limits of technology, it's hard to really implement your dream process because, you're building your process around the limitations of what the limits that technology had back then. And what happened is over time, we started upgrading and changing and these components. When you're thinking about processing power, you're talking about disk space, and you need to start adding more to it. And we swapped some of the bone colored equipment with black colored equipment, and then with a couple of years later we took some of that equipment away and put some of it in the cloud. And we've been just piecemealing and creating this Frankenstein monster as the business needs were changing and the technology became stagnant. But one of the things I think we can do is say, hey, and I love talking to customers about this, it was always something that was really successful. We need to kill Frankenstein. You see that monster we created back there? Back then, I get it. I get how you implemented technology and I get how we got here. But there's millions of different software applications and there's millions of different peripherals, hardware that you can implement in your technology. What I want to understand is, what is your desired business outcome? And how can I help you get there quickly and more cost effectively in this new business era and with this new and innovative technology? Let me design a technology environment that works around your ideal process to help you reach your desired business outcome quickly and more cost effectively. Relative example, if a business owner is trying to have their business acquired one day, their ability to be compliant, their ability to easily migrate all their customer data to whoever is acquiring them, these are things that can increase their valuation. And the more they adopt that, the more they adopt automation, the more they understand how to increase their margins, the more successful they're going to be at achieving that goal at a higher valuation than they ever thought possible, and probably faster than they ever thought possible. So again, I want you to kind of approach this new world with that in mind, killing Frankenstein and moving forward and getting your customers to understand that. Okay? And then the other thing that we want to talk about, in this new business environment is how you explain it and how you talk about this vision, right? People really want to be excited about the movement. I'm not talking about the nuts and bolts of AI. I'm talking about keeping it high level and keeping it focused on what is possible, okay? So I like to use an acronym that I created around this called RISE. The new business environment is going to be focused on these 4 elements. Being resilient, okay? As you can imagine, the businesses that survived COVID-19 and being able to adapt and change with whatever new thing can come across that can be a challenge. We're going to help your businesses be more resilient in this new business era, being more integrated than ever before. There's so many different technologies, so many different systems, there's so many different ways we can make your ideal workflow happen. So how integrated your technology is into your vision, your culture, and the way you want to see your business running is super important. The S in RISE stands for security. Cybersecurity is a big component. The threats are everywhere. And now that you have remote employees, they're even more of a threat. Most of these things are user-related issues because they just don't know what they're looking at, and you're more vulnerable as a business than ever, especially small businesses. So security is a huge underlining component so that you can work in this new environment safely and thrive. One thing that kills momentum as you're growing your company is something that'll set back a security threat that'll put you back or cause you to pay a ransom, whatever it is, will be devastating for your business. Last is evolving. Your business always has to be evolving, and I think the AI plays a tremendous role in this. We're just seeing the genesis of what's possible, but there's a lot of ways that AI can help automate some of the mundane work so that your people, which is your biggest investment and your most valuable assets within your company, can use their brain to be more strategic, more creative, and really help the business achieve its desired business outcomes. Okay, so we want all businesses to rise and meet this new business environment and thrive together. Okay, so if you're a business owner, please seek out someone that's a technology consultant or an MSP to help explain this to you. If you're an MSP, pull back from the tickets and the mundane and the day-to-day and help your clients innovate, be a pioneer, create the new world with us, let them thrive in it, and we all will have success together. So that's my feedback on that. I really hope you guys liked today's video. If you want to learn more about it, please let me know in the comments. I can drill deeper into each of these topics. But I really hope that you guys take this and inspires you to do something new and communicate better with your customers. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.